Yo guys, welcome back to this new video to Once Human. Today I'm gonna show you how we fight the Forsaken Giant as fast as possible. Stay tuned. Okay guys, first of all, what we're gonna do for the Forsaken Giant, very important. We're gonna use our bingo build, but we change a little bit up because for the Forsaken Giant it is very important to deal as much damage as possible. That's why we use earthly boots for the fight. I'm gonna show you damage test right now with the old huntsman boots. If you shoot with them first, you see again our maximum damage 42k. And now we switch to the earthly boots, aka boots on the ground. I think they changed it. That's nice. And now with boots on the ground, uh, 51k. As you can see, we make like 9k more damage with the earthly boots. Very good, very important. And now what we also gonna change up is we're going to use, because we don't need when reloading, for every 1% of weak spot hit from the previous magazine, load an extra 0.6% bullets up to 30%. That's why we changed it. I recommend to Bastille, because when HP is above 70, weapon damage plus 10%. Very important to deal a lot more damage. And of course, what we also change is, if you have here your this frozen fish or stun button, you go for the long axe. Here we go. Because this also gives us more damage, because of Fortress Warfare, I go with the 3 sets Renegade, 1 set Lone Wolf Pants or something else. This one is free to use what you want. Of course Bastille, and very important, earthly boots or boots on the ground. As secondary, the wildfire, because we shoot first with the wildfire on the boss to stack up our weak spot damage or archer focus stacks, as you can see. And yeah. So, and of course, which Deviant we should use is not the Lone Wolf Whisper. We withdraw, and I'm gonna show you the right Deviant to use on this specific boss. Here we go. Snapshot. We're going to use Snapshot. I only have in fight 4 with Cheer Up. If you have here Deviant Power, would be great. Like this on Snapshot, very important, because max Deviant Power plus 30. But I don't have this. I go with him anyways. And yeah, now the last thing we're gonna need is of course our food buffs. I mentioned already in my latest videos. We are going to use mixed fried hot dog for the increased damage when enemy is affected by the bullseye, in total 20%. This goes for weapon damage and weak spot damage, both increase, means you deal a lot more damage than with crumbly bread, because this one only increases weapon damage. And yeah, as drink buff of course, you should use iced tea, very important to roll away, especially for the shielded mobs you will see. Don't forget, use your whims, after the light, living armor and the weaver. Of course, to roll much more or to roll more often, you can use roasted meat for the max stamina plus 40, but be aware, use first mixed fried hot dog and afterwards roasted meat, because if you eat now roasted meat, or I'm gonna show you it on with this one, max stamina 25, you see here it increased by 25. And now if we're gonna eat mixed fried hot dog, it replaces with nothing, and I don't understand why, but it is how it is, and that's why we need to eat afterwards roasted meat, because like this you will have your mixed red hot dog buff plus the 40 stamina. Or of course you can make mixed red hot dog with bunny meat, rabbit meat, and we'll have also 40 more stamina. And of course now using our iced tea for this buff. And on the iced tea you can also go for dish, provide a sanity restoring bonus, because after the Forsaken Giant hits with the fist on the ground, he will spawn vines, and this can deal sanity damage, and that's why we're gonna use Fruity. Dish provides a sanity restoring bonus, because it restores sanity all the time, as you can see right now here. And yeah, now we are prepared for the fight against the Forsaken Giant. See you there. Okay guys, we are now in front of the Forsaken Monolith, aka Forsaken Giant. We took our buffs, we have our Wind Potions. What I didn't show was the Memetic Cradles, as you can see. So, of course, Steady Hand and Fortress Link, because we use the Heavy Axe. Of course, Anti-Phase Sniper Rifles, Anti-Region Pistols, Deviation Master, Tactical Combo, and Bounty Hunter for hitting marked target grants plus 5%. Okay, if you wanna see the mods I use of course vulnerability and vulnerability. On the X it doesn't matter because the mod don't transfer to the first or second weapon. On the helmet I use Precise Strike, Most Wanted, Rejuvenating, Precision of course, because weak spot damage. Go for weak spot, great ones, weapon damage and any other damage. Reload Rampage. We don't need Reload Rampage. Reload Rampage we can change to 3 strikes, precision, with weak spot damage, great ones damage, and of course you should have also weapon damage. Of course Munition Amplifier, because weapon damage multiplies better than weak spot damage in the end, because we have a lot of weak spot damage, and if we have less weapon damage and too much weak spot damage, if you calculate it, it doesn't multiply as good as nearly the same weapon damage with nearly the same weak spot damage. That's why we use here our weapon damage. And on the boots, of course, you should use something what deals more damage. As you can see, slow and steady, melee weapon status damage is always plus 10%, and you get an additional 10% when HP is above 90%. Means you will always have 10% weapon damage, and if you have 90 to 100% HP, you will also get a plus 10% additional damage. Otherwise, you can use of course Covered Winds, because taking no damage for 4 seconds grants 20% melee weapon and status damage for 30 seconds. What you also could do, but I tried what's better, I have here weak spot damage, 15 weak spot damage. In total we have here 20.4% more weak spot damage. Here we have only 9 plus great ones damage 4.8%. I'm gonna try this. If you have a blue mod for the top, what is good enough, I recommend to use it because you make more damage. Okay guys, that's how my stats look like right now. Of course you should look for more weapon damage, but I have a lot of enemies bonus for boss damage. As you can see, we have here 41% more boss damage. If we give it to the weapon damage, we will have 100%, plus we always switch. That means we have mostly 49% more weapon damage, 109% weak spot damage, and a lot of bonus enemies damage, like boss 31%. Okay, we have all done. Now we can fight against the Forsaken Giant. Okay guys, we are in front of the Forsaken Giant. I'm gonna tell you quick some tips. Here, lower area, you can stack up weak spot damage, the archer weak spot damage from your renegade jacket. of course, on the head too, but it's harder always showing up. You run mostly like this, that means if you shoot here, it would be the best. Of course, using our X and our bingo, and of course letting him hit first of all here, then we roll outside, he will hit here, the weak spot will be in front of our eyes, and we can easily prepare with X, with the Deviant, with the weak spot stacks, and yeah, no more talking, let's get right into it. As you can see, stacking it up, jumping over, stacking, here we go, and that's what we always do now. Here is it hard, 97k is okay. Can also hit 180 if you do it right. Uh, 120 is okay. Now we take the balls as fast as possible. When he starts crying, here we go. A little bit, because we don't waste much time on the third phase. Very good. He comes. Now we let this giant die. Here we go. Using our X, Deviant. No! Sniper was empty. This shouldn't happen, guys. Looked at you full health. Again, X. Stacking up. Without the Deviant right now. Wasn't ready. So, Deviant is ready. Full health. He hits in the middle. Rolling outside. X. We can go for the middle again. So here we go. The same again. Two and three. And the last one we can also go for the middle, because this one, he gonna die now. Here we go. Oh. For the middle, but okay. Shouldn't happen like this. Was a bit luck, but as you can see, we won very fast. And yeah. Now I'm gonna show you a better speedrun. We did it under 230, and yeah, if you do it like this, with the most damage possible, because with other weapons you can only get 40 to 50k damage, and with the sniper you can get till 880k, maybe 200k damage. It is very strong, very good, and yeah, see you in the next speedrun. Okay guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget to activate the notification bell, and see you in the next one. Peace.